Hello dudes and dudesses, Mind the Fab here, hoping you're having a great day out there. Today I just want to show you this small contraption. It's actually a multi-item storage system with almost no redstone that holds roughly 25,000 stackable items. And if we go in here, you can see that you can have different items in the chests. And if we go around it, you can see the footprint. It's not very big and there's actually not much to it. This here is just an old school ether hopper clock. That's the most advanced redstone there is. When you come home from a long day of exploring, you'll be opening the chest and you'll be putting in your items. These items, for instance, this lamp turns on, showing that there are things that needs to be sorted, and then you kind of turn this on. It's already on, which means that the minecart chests are being pushed around in a circle, and at one point, if the item is there, it will be pushed into the minecart. Right now it's down here. If we see it from this side, you can see how it works. Every once in a while, depending on how many items you put in ether hopper clock, a piston will push a minecart down like so, and a powered rail will push it on, and there's soul sand underneath this water column, and it just goes around in a circle. And at one point it will hit a chest that actually holds these items. It did right now, luckily. So you can see now it's going into a minecart chest and being sorted like that. And that's basically all there is to it. And if you want to grab some items, of course you just do that. So all the blocks have been sorted, put in their place. Normally they're very redstone heavy. They rely on hoppers and torches and timing and blocking one hopper, letting the item flow on to the next hopper, trying to get into the chest. And I believe it was Tankotech who invented the first one of these systems. I'm not sure, but I will link in the description to his video so you can see, a big automated redstone sorting system. But this one is much easier to build. I will say, even if you're a noob, if you've gathered resources ahead of building, you can do this in 20 minutes to half an hour. The only thing you will have to do is build this, then remove this glass, put in the minecart chests, turn it off, turn it on, push in the next one, put in one, and so on, until it's filled to precisely there. So there's nothing to it really, as you can see. One powered minecart rails here, two repeaters here, redstone dot there, a redstone there, one observer. That's it. That's all there is. And yeah, there's also one comparator down here reading what's in this. For instance, if you put in something that's not in the system, like leaves, I know there's no leaves in there, and you go on your merry way, do something in your base, and you come back after a while, and this lamp is still on, then you know it couldn't find its place in one of the minecart chests, and then you just look down here, and it will be in this hopper, and you take it out and do whatever you want to do with it. You see I have some polished diorite. This is my filler block. You can use any filler block. It just has to be a block that you would not ever put into the system. Let me see if I can find a chest. This is a chest that's basically not used, so I just filled it with polished diorite, because if you have an empty space in one of these chests, of course any item can get in there. It's relying on the fact that it's filled. If you had an empty space like this, anything could get in there. So you have to have all the spaces in your chests filled. Some of you ask me, when I build the deep storage that holds 55 or 50,000 items of one kind in a very small space, if I could make a system that, hold different items in the same space. And the answer is absolutely no. But I built this, and it's quite cool, I think, and it's very easy to build. You can even get some of the minecarts in the tunnels if you're out caving. So yeah, and with that, it's end of part 1. But if you're thinking, okay, but I don't need a multi-item storage system where you can actually empty your shulker boxes. Did I forget to say that? You just put your shulker boxes on the hoppers behind me, and they will be emptied into the system as well. And when you stand on the pressure plate, it locks the hopper so that you can easily pick up your shulker box. Well, no. But if you don't want such a system, because, I mean, you don't need it, you don't want it, but you want just something that looks cool, that looks, different. Maybe this is for you. What is it, you say? Well, I imagine that if you're having quite a large room, you could actually make it 1, maybe even 2 higher. If you have a large room and you want to have your storage out in the open, you just do like this, and there your storage is. And then you can get your stuff out of your chests, and then they're gone again. It's basically, and you can get to your stuff from 4 sides. It's more like an aesthetic thing. It's not really functional in any other way. I just think it looks cool, and it was a step on the way to making this one. And I will be leaving these in the world download. Sometimes people also ask me, how do I come up with something like this or the deep storage system? And this was actually born from your asking me about how to do something different with the deep storage system. And the deep storage system was, born out of the need for having a lot of items in one place and not a lot of chests visible. But this is kind of the development story. I started with this small system. Could I even have minecarts going around in a system? But this was with slime and obsidian, and then I made this one with a lot of more chests, but you can only access 1 chest at a time, which was, and it was very dependent on timing. So I was thinking, if you build this on a server or something, and you're not really know how to adjust the timing and so on, it might not work. Then I made this one that I for some reason decorated, where you can also have your shulker boxes and stuff like that, but you could still only get to 1 chest at a time. Then I got distracted, and then I made this. So lucky, perhaps. And then I made this, which actually does all that I wanted to, but has way too much redstone for the return of unsorted or unsortable item. And then I kind of went back to the drawing board and made this very, very, very simple one. So that's the process of it. That's it for now, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you know what to do. Leave a like, write a comment, subscribe, hit that bell. I always want to say belly button, but that's different. That's something entirely different. Bell button. Bye.